I went with this letter for one of his colleagues, and they refused to take the letter.
On May Day, SNP for Glasgow North East Anna McLoughlin told a harrowing story about one of her constituents that shows how low the Tories are going for performative cruelty. Also, Tom Pursglove response leaves a lot to be desired.
Yesterday, my 21-year-old Springburn constituent, Abdullah Salimi, was detained, and he was then taken from Scotland to England, a 10-hour journey. I suspect because in Scotland you get legal aid, so he'll have legal representation. Now he has none. He was taken on a 10-hour journey, given no water, no food. Is that right? Is that acceptable? What's the reason for that? He had his phone taken off him, so he couldn't contact anybody, couldn't tell anybody. Is that right? Is that acceptable? What is the reason for that? And also, no, I'm not finished. I went to the Home Office this morning. I emailed the Home Office last night. They refused to give me any information. I went with this letter for one of his colleagues, and they refused to take the letter. I am his MP. I have got the right to know what is going on in his life and the right to try to represent him. Why am I being denied that, and why is he being denied the rights that you enjoyed at the age of 21?
I would make the point that I am a British citizen who is in this country legally, and the fact is, it is right. Now, if the Honourable Lady allows me to just finish the point, it is entirely right and proper that people are detained on a legal basis for the purposes of removal under this policy. But there are always safeguards around that. I will very gladly accept the letter from the Honourable Lady and ensure that it reaches the right destination within the Home Office, and we will, of course, in the normal way, look very carefully at any concerns that she wishes to raise. I recognise that she is entirely opposed to the policy objective that we are seeking to advance. There is a principled disagreement there. She thinks I'm wrong. I think that she is wrong about this. But on those specific points, if she'd like to share them with me, I will gladly ensure that she receives a full response.
So, this is where we are now. In a desperate attempt to win votes from mouth frothers, vulnerable people are being dragged out in the dead of night, driven 10 hours without food or water and no means of contacting loved ones because they've had their phones removed. And the entitled Tom Pursglove seems to think that is acceptable. The thing is, Tom, nobody in the right mind thinks that anyone should remain here if they are deemed illegal. But as Tony Benn rightly said, the way our government treats refugees is very instructive, isn't it? Because they would do the exact same to me and you if they could get away with it. And for me, the way Tom Pursglove showed no compassion or empathy for the plight of Anna McLaughlin's constituent is very instructive, isn't it? Also, I'll finish off with this. Remember the other day I did a video of Alison Thulis accusing the Tories of going full fash? Well, underneath I got a comment about needing to leave the ECHR to get rid of these illegals. Now I replied with, "Are you happy to lose your own human rights?" And he replied with, "We had British human rights before we joined the EU," and all that nonsense. Well, I just left it there because clown was just a bit of a bell tap. But my friend, would you trust a party that had Deck Chair Dominic Raab, who doesn't believe in human rights, in the government to look after your best interests? I bet you won't. Anyway, I've rabbited on long enough. What do you guys think? Let me know down below, and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.